Today we've got a do-it-yourself how-to guide on how to fix the Malibu Medallion Info Center. These were used from 05 to 08, and we see a lot of common issues with the overlay peeling away, the LCD getting sunburned and damaged, and not being able to see anything. So we've got the do-it-yourself repair kit. You can order that at mtcscreens.com, and we're going to show you how to do it here today. So once you get the unit out of your boat, it's held in place with just a single plug. We're going to open it up with the T10 screws on the back. There's 4 of them. We're going to reuse the screws, so just remove those and put those in a safe spot so you don't lose them, and then that allows the back cover of the unit to be lifted off. Now we can access the green motherboard. It just is held in place with just drops right in. And the next area of interest here is the 2 cables that are on the other side. So we're going to flip it around to gain access to it. The red and black cables are just friction fit. There's no clips or anything. They only go in one way. You'll notice a small groove on the plug. That's how it goes into the board. So just grab the 2 wires and gently lift it away from the circuit board. And these parts can be found at mtcscreens.com. There's hundreds of parts you'll find all over the place on eBay. Most of them won't work. You want to make sure you order the right parts for your Medallion Info Center at mtcscreens.com. Choose the correct ballast, no ballast, and color for the Malibu. There's 3 different types. Check your current unit and order the matching replacement along with the LCD, and you'll have a unit that's refurbished to be like new. It also includes the special tools you're going to see in this video. So this black collar will pull away from the body of the housing. It kind of just clicks away. Be very gentle on this. Don't use too much force and damage the connector, otherwise you'll have to buy a new unit. Once that is out, we can just pull the flat ribbon cable away. In this image, you can see the connector is unlocked, so leave it unlocked and set the motherboard aside. Now we can remove the LCD body. So this is also T10 Torx screws, 4 of them. Remove those. Take note of which way the ribbon cables are oriented on this housing. You're going to put the new LCD in the exact same way. And also, of course, we're reusing the screws. So with the 4 screws removed, this just kind of lifts away from the body, the housing, and we're going to have the new LCD drops right in the exact same place. So reinstall the 4 T10 screws with your new LCD in there. Make sure you have it facing the correct way with the ribbon cables in the same way they came out. And then now we're going to drop the motherboard back in. So the first thing we're going to connect is the black and red cable. It can only go in one way. It's got a little groove with a slot there, so align those and just push it in until it stops. Next, the flat flex connector will be placed into the same housing. It's unlocked here. The trick here is you want to get it all the way in nice and even. So use that tool that comes with the kit to press it in and get it aligned all the way in, and hold it in place with one hand, and then use the tool to gently and evenly lock that connector. Sometimes if you lock it unevenly, it can push the ribbon cable back out, and that will cause you to not have video. But you can double check it, make sure it looks just like this image. There's a white line that lines up. Everything should be aligning there, nice and straight, nice and even, not crooked, and you're good to go. Also note that the tactile buttons, the 3 on each side, those are activated by a small plastic post. So your overlay presses the post, and that presses into the buttons. So that's how it works. Don't lose those plastic posts. Those are needed. We're going to reuse those in case they fall out. Sometimes the overlays get so damaged that those plastic posts are kind of loose in there, so make sure you hang on to those things. Here, the connectors are good. Flip it back around and drop the motherboard in place. You'll notice that little notch at the top of the motherboard. That's how it gets aligned in the right orientation. So the new LCD is installed. The connectors are installed. Go ahead and put the T10 screws back in over the cover, and that will secure everything just as it was before. Sometimes your overlay is good condition. If it hasn't seen much sun over the years, you don't need to replace it. Otherwise, the LCD can be ordered individually. No need to order both. The correct parts at mtcscreens.com. You can choose your overlay style and the LCD if you need that. So here we can already see it's looking a lot better than before. So to remove the overlay, it's essentially a sticker that goes in the front. It really helps to heat the surface of this overlay with a heat gun or hair dryer possibly, or a heat plate. It just really loosens the glue up so it peels away easier and makes it less cleanup work later on. So if you can kind of soften that glue up with some heat, here in this tutorial we're using a heat plate for just a few minutes just to get it warm to the touch, and then now it's easily going to lift away and expose the surface. And now we can see the 6 posts we were talking about. That's what presses your buttons, and make sure those are all in place. And a good tip here is just to use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel or a microfiber towel. Remove any remnants of any glue residue that might be behind. You don't want those on there. It's going to stick out and cause your new overlay to look really bad. So spend a little bit of time here to make sure it's perfectly flat, smooth, and free of any oil or residue or debris. And that way you know you get a good installation and your info center looks like brand new. All right, we're good to go. So in your DIY repair kit, you'll have the correct overlay selected. This comes in with the adhesive already applied, and it's on this sort of backing paper. Just peel that away. Then we're going to remove the backing tape, the backing paper on the back of the overlay to expose the adhesive. So now you don't want to touch the exposed adhesive much. That's going to weaken it and limit its ability to adhere to the housing. So peel that away. And important note here, we want to get it aligned properly. There's 2 little cutouts at the bottom. So 2 little notches, get those aligned at the very bottom so you make sure it's properly fitting in your housing. One at the top, one at the bottom. Make sure those are lined up and your overlay's fitting in. And then just go around the outside and press it in and get that tape firmly stuck to the plastic. And then we can remove the plastic wrapping and double check and make sure the buttons are activating properly with pressing it. You can feel it click. And look at that. A fraction of the price of buying a new one. Just takes a few minutes to replace. Just a few hand tools. It's a nice DIY repair job. Everything's good to go here. So you can order these parts at mtcscreens.com. Order only what you need. Thanks for watching.